some time now, Prince Henry of Wales, commonly referred to as Prince Harry, has continued to remain a huge source of gossip and scandal throughout much of the world. He is one of the most eligible bachelors in the world, up until his marriage to Meghan Markle, that is. But the fascination with Prince Harry is real, which means there is much more to know about this highly controversial and popular British royal. Number 21. Sixth in line. Queen Elizabeth II is still going strong. She is still the longest reigning British monarch and the longest who is still living. But she's not far away from retiring and letting her son Prince Charles to take over the reins for her. Charles is first in line to the throne. He's expected to be succeeded by Harry's older brother Prince William. Prince Harry was bumped up to sixth in line after William's 3 children were born: Prince George, Prince Louis, and Princess Charlotte. If anything, this shows that the older brothers really love to stick it to their younger siblings, even royals.
But he was never closer than 3rd place. It's most likely that Prince Harry never really had his heart set on becoming king in the first place.
Number 20. Could be king. Just because Prince Harry is sixth in line of succession, it doesn't mean his road to the throne is an impossible one. Of course, there are a couple of ways for Harry to become king. One way would be if someone ahead of him dies or retires, which would allow succession to fall to him. If for some reason Prince William didn't become king and his children were still young, Prince Harry would become king. But that would only be temporary until Prince George would become king after he becomes an adult. Number 19. Harry and Pippa. Prince William finally married his longtime girlfriend, Kate Middleton. Now she's known as Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge. When Harry and Kate's sister Pippa talked at the wedding, some people were wondering if sparks were flying between them. For years after the wedding, there were claims that Prince Harry was dating Pippa secretly, and that the younger Middleton sister was planning to snatch a royal man for herself. Prince Harry even filed a complaint against the Daily Star for publishing such a significantly misleading story. It's kind of unusual for Harry to file a formal complaint, because usually the royal households ignore false reports, instead of drawing attention to them. I guess that one really got under his skin. Number 18. Conspiracy theories. Despite Prince Harry's resemblance to Prince Charles, there have been rumors that Charles isn't Harry's birth father. Some conspiracy theorists think that Princess Diana's former lover, James Hewitt, is actually his real dad. They just both happen to have red hair just like Hewitt. Princess Diana's bodyguard claimed that it's impossible for James Hewitt to be Harry's father. All you have to do is some simple math to figure out that the rumor isn't true. Prince Henry was born on September 15, 1984. Princess Diana didn't start her fling with James until summer of 1986. The red hair, that is what gossipers love to point out as proof, and as anyone who has ever seen a picture of Diana's sister Jane when she was younger will be able to testify. Number 17. PR girl. Even though the Middleton rumors never gained much attention, Prince Harry was linked to a woman named Juliette LaBelle in 2016, although she was referred to as a PR girl. That ended up being false. E! News wrote that Juliette didn't work in PR, but a source said she used to work for Christian Dior as a PR assistant. It was reported that the blonde beauty hooked up with Prince Harry when he flew to Los Angeles in 2016. Juliette told reporters that she didn't know Prince Harry, but gossipers pointed out a Twitter message that she made around the same time as their fling. The post read, "Unless it's mad, passionate, extraordinary love, it's a waste of time. There are too many mediocre things in life. Love shouldn't be one of them." So did Prince Harry break her heart? We'll probably never know. Number 16. Nude scandal. Prince Harry has a well-earned reputation as a prince that parties hard, and it has resulted in some less than awesome moments for the royal. One of Harry's more infamous scandals were nude photos taken of him during a raunchy party in Vegas.
Maybe Harry believed that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but unfortunately for the wild royal, this is no longer true in the age of social media and smartphones.
TMZ released the story, which contained naked pictures of Harry clinging to a naked woman after losing a game of strip billiards. A few months after the photos were leaked, Harry said, "I probably let myself down, let my family down, I let other people down." Number 15. Military career. Prince Harry had a distinguished military career spanning about 10 years before he retired from the British Army in 2015. Kensington Palace said, "The prince has had a fulfilling military career and considers it a huge honor to have served his country in the armed forces." His decade of service included 2 separate tours of Afghanistan, which he achieved the rank of captain, and also earned him the nickname Captain Wales. When he announced his plans to retire in March 2015, Harry had said he wanted to leave the military so that he could spend his time helping wounded service members, working with charities, and help people who are battling AIDS. Number 14. Racism. The royals aren't viewed as the most in-touch people in the world. That might be why Prince Harry thought nothing about using a slang word to describe some of his fellow soldiers. The prince apologized for his statements to BBC News, saying, "Prince Harry fully understands how offensive this term can be, and is extremely sorry for any offense his words might cause. A statement from St. James Palace read, "However, on this occasion, 3 years ago, Prince Harry used the term without any disrespect and as a nickname about a highly popular member of his platoon. There is no question that Prince Harry was in any way seeking to insult his friend. Prince Harry used the term to mean Taliban or Iraqi insurgent." Number 13, compassion. Prince Harry would retire from the military and spend more time focusing on advocacy and charity work, which isn't too surprising.
One thing that many people have said about Prince Harry is that he inherited Princess Diana's determination and compassion to make the world a better place.
He even went live on Facebook and took an HIV test, and the result, of course, was negative. Number 12, grocery shopping. Prince Harry has made it clear that he wants to lead as healthy a life as possible. This includes running his own errands and doing his own food shopping. In an interview for Newsweek, he said that even if he were king, he would do his own shopping. Number 11, social development. The Duke is a keen sportsman and sees the potential to use sport in the education and engagement of children and young people. Along with his brother and sister-in-law, the Duchess of Cambridge, has worked with the foundation to build a model that helps improve the availability and quality of sports coaching in schools and communities. The Coach Corps program helps train young people and kids as professional sports coaches while they're still in school. It also aims to improve the availability and sports coaching and mentoring in city schools and creating employment when many young people are facing long-term unemployment. Number 10, Heads Together. In 2017, the Duke of Sussex spearheaded the Heads Together mental health campaign with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. It leads to 8 mental health charity partners to change the national conversation about mental health.
The campaign is aimed at existing progress nationwide and raising awareness and providing great help for people with mental health problems.
The team of charities covered a wide range of mental health issues that are close to the Duke and Duchess and Prince Harry's passions. They were Best Beginnings, Anna Froude National Center for Children and Families, Calm, the Campaign Against Living Miserably, and the Mix Young Minds. Heads Together were to be the 2017 Virgin Money London Marathon Charity of the Year, giving the campaign a real platform to raise funds for the charity partners and to start tons of conversations about mental health. Number 9, Invictus Games. After attending and being impressed by the Warrior Games for injured U.S. service people and veterans,
Prince Harry founded the Invictus Games, which is an international sporting competition for sick and injured veterans who served in the military. The competition debuted in London in 2014.
Took its name from William Ernest Henley's inspirational poem Invictus. Funding was made possible by the Royal Foundation created by William and his wife Catherine, along with a donation by the government from the London Interbank Offered Rate Fund, a pool of fines collected from banks that were punished for violating banking rules such as manipulating the LIBOR. The Invictus Games include athletics like track and field, archery, rugby, wheelchair basketball, sitting volleyball, rowing, road cycling, and swimming. When creating the significance of the games, Harry said, "These games have shone a spotlight on the unconquerable character of servicemen and women, their families, and their Invictus spirit. These games have been about seeing guys sprinting for the finish line and then turning around to clap the last man in. They have been about teammates choosing to cross the line together, not wanting to come second, but not wanting the other guys to either. These games have shown the very best of the human spirit." Number 8, his birth name. His real name isn't actually Harry. His given name is Henry Charles Albert David. Harry is just his nickname. Number 7, inheritance.
Both William and Harry received no inheritance until their 30th birthdays. In addition to the $10 million, Harry also inherited his mother's famous wedding dress and jewelry.
Number 6, raise normal. Princess Diana wanted her children to have the same experiences as everybody else. This surprisingly included trips to McDonald's, as well as waiting in line to visit Santa Claus at the store. Number 5, hacked. When private information started to leak to the media, Prince Harry was worried that his friends and close personal assistants had been leaking the information. It came as a relief when he found out that professional hackers had succeeded in accessing his private phone messages and were leaking them to the press. That must have been an uneasy feeling. Number 4, jokes. During the 2015 Royal Variety Show, former classmate and comedian Jack Whitehall tossed some roast his way. When it came time to shake hands, after all was said and done, Harry pretended to snub the comedian out of the handshake. It was all in good fun and everyone got a good laugh out of the bit between the two jokesters. Number 3, pretty tall. Harry stands at 6'2" and is the second tallest in the royal family, right behind his brother Prince William, who is 6'3". The only other royal to reach such tall heights was Edward, who was crowned in 1272. And in case you didn't know, the Queen is only 5'4". Number 2, rugby. Prince Harry has spoken honestly about how his opponents and teammates took rugby as an opportunity to toss extra blows his way. Even when he didn't have the ball, players would pile up on top of him on purpose just to bully him and would cause minor injuries. But he also said that he gave his fair shares of blows back at them. Number 1. Mother's death. Prince Harry is one of the first royals to speak openly about mental health issues. He told The Telegraph that it took until his 20s to seek professional counseling after general turmoil and anxiety after Princess Diana's death. This goes along with his desire to modernize the throne and to raise important issues that all of us humans cope with in everyday life.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.